Hello, everyone, and welcome. And hello, is it Nick or is it Lancelot? Who am we talking to here today?
I'm one of the knights of the round table. I probably featured myself as King Arthur, but I do love a Lancelot as well. So
Oh,
I'm a bit
we
of
all need
everybody
to be a
today.
Lancelot in our lives, don't we? I love it. And what brought this on, Nick?
I don't know. I've just been fixated for the last month on King Arthur and the Knights of the Round Table, and for some weird reason, I've just gone with it, and everything just keeps falling into place with it. And I just love what they stood for. They stood
Yeah,
for such beautiful things of unity,
yeah,
peace, and harmony within the. And I do feel that consciousness, like the Magic Grail lines, are being reactivated, and I just feel that I don't know. There's something that connects me with it, so I've embraced it fully. And I'm having a girls' get together in October, where I've of course themed it Camelot.
love it. That's
So they'll be
fantastic.
coming to my house for a Camelot experience. So I'm sorry about the in and out. I'm trying a green screenish thing for the first
Oh, it
time.
makes it more fun. It's
Yeah,
all good.
exactly.
So,
Yeah.
we've
So
got
have you
time
been,
for
Marie?
us. Lady Hawk on. Yeah, been good. Guys, I was just talking, and Jasper's here as well.
Hi,
Um,
Jasper.
Even Clive's decided to come and grace us with his
Aw.
presence next to me. But yeah, no good. Except I was just saying to Nick, everyone, I don't know how everyone else has been, but um, my brain, it's like I go to find a word or a description of something, and there's nothing there, and I just keep going, well, it's like this or it's something like that, and then the word will come out of nowhere. About 2 hours later, this word will pop into my mind. I go, that's what I was looking for 2 hours ago. But this has been happening on an ongoing basis. So I don't know if anyone else's brains are discombobulated at the moment because I'm going, is it early Alzheimer's or is it just a rewiring of my neural network within the brain?
Yeah, there's
Yeah,
something definitely happening because I'm experiencing it too, and I know lots of other people are, and they're getting quite stressed about it, and they go back to, oh, I'm getting okay, stop. It's not, but of course they've got no clue what I'm talking about. But I'm just thinking that just means some other things are coming onto line, and it is a rewiring. Yeah,
it's a rewire.
definitely.
Everyone's saying yeah. So Christine's on as well. Hi, and Angel Laura. Oh, Angel Laura's on today. Hello,
Oh, great!
gorgeous.
Hi, everybody. Great to have you here.
Yeah, Lady Hawk was saying me too. So yeah, like so if you've had this like discombobulation going on within your brain, it's okay. I think we're all losing it together and growing new ones, growing new
Yeah,
brains.
exactly.
So which is awesome. So Lady Hawk said I just thought I was getting old.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I know, and that thought did cross my mind. I went, "No, Marie, don't be so ridiculous," because when the word does come in, it's so clear. It's like it's almost like there's this little bit of time lag
Mm,
while we're rewiring for things to come back into place.
yeah.
So yeah, so Trigal's been a bit poor.
Oh, she's not well.
Yeah,
Getting better now.
I
Well,
think
that's
Trigal. It's interesting because Tribal, where are you based again? Because I mean, I always stay well. I never get sick, and yet I got smashed like for 2 weeks, and I just got better, and then got something else. Everyone I know has come down with something, and that is so unusual. Like in our group, everyone has got this either chest cough clearing, or the flu with the burn off purification aspect.
mm,
Yeah. So, so Tribal, you're not alone. I feel that there's a really big purification going on for
yeah,
everybody, and it seems to be going through that physical route. So, oh, you're in North Carolina, yeah, and it's interesting because it's summer over there, so you wouldn't
yeah.
probably expect it, but it's happening everywhere. So really, really interesting. So, but I mean, I just knew there was so much going on. I actually needed to stop, and I was dizzy, and I was discombobulated, didn't know which direction I was meant to be going in. Another friend said the same thing. She texted me and went, "Are you having any of these symptoms?" And I went, "Oh, thank God, I'm not going crazy." So
Mm,
yeah, just yeah, take lots of rest, Tribal. I think we need that at this stage.
mm.
So, oh, Lady Hawk,
Had everything breaking, cars, iPad battery, and random things.
yep.
I know. Give it time. You might come back and they'll be working again. That's what I find.
Okay, yeah, yeah. It's interesting because I've been noticing that, yeah, I've had a few things that have been going out of place, and it's like, oh, okay, you too, all right, we'll just find something to put you back together. So yeah, it's interesting. But now it's interesting because remember last week we were talking about our sacred quest from Nick's card that she pulled up. So I diligently did my intention every night. That was the beautiful card for our sacred questing. So so interesting to see how anyone went. Did anyone have any sort of get any ideas or any confirmation for themselves about what their soul's sacred quest here in this earthly realm is? So, and I was saying to Nick, I just kept having dreams that were really active, and we were definitely doing it almost like a competition type thing. It was so weird, and I had about 3 dreams through the week like that. So for me, I didn't get an actual, this is what your sacred quest is. So it was just being busy and active and organising things. So Nick, did you get anything that came to you?
And not until last night. I had tried during the week and had nothing, and I thought, geez, that week's gone. It's like I need to have more nights sleeping so I could get into my dream phase. So last night I did put it out and I got something, and it was a little bit different to usual. I got 3 images, but the very first card that I got, I haven't got it with me, was in my dream, I got a tarot card, which was the 10 of Pentacles. And then I got, the next image was I got flooded with gold, like gold here, bright, pure, sparkling gold. And I felt, is this the tangible gold, or is this a metaphor for gold? And I felt into it and I got both. It was about both. And then the next thing that I saw was, see, my brain's just, that was this morning, the water body. Yeah, and it wasn't a cup, it wasn't a lake, it wasn't an ocean. It just kept going. It was infinite. I just remember getting infinite water, like I was in the sky, in the universe, and it was just water everywhere. Wow. And so then I asked, what does this mean? What is this about? And I had to write it down this morning. I pieced it together. It was like, know thyself in order to bring about unity consciousness by raising frequency. And I thought, well, that's probably a sacred quest for many of us right now. And the way show up. And
I just noticed, like, it's really cloudy here, but look at the gold colour that's just come into my hair.
Yes, yes, it is. I can see that. Yeah.
Exactly. So I feel we're all probably really tapping into that frequency. And as you said, we are all way showers and light bearers, and the gold to me also is that Christ consciousness, which is the template from 5D and above sort of thing. So. And I really feel that's the timing. And I mean, yes, we have had the 888. We have had that actual day that for us it was Thursday, and it felt very powerful. So, and I was really blessed. I was actually doing a session with someone, and it was just it was amazing. It was so beautiful. So, and who just said Angel Laurie was just saying.
Oh, people are saying the 888 portal is actually today.
Well, what's the date today?
It's the 12th of August.
So 3. Because they do say that Lionsgate portal can extend like for weeks.
It does, yeah.
After, so there could be a pivotal time point, but the fact that it's an 8 with it being 2024 as well, I think that's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
So
if it was, that would be awesome. I mean, the grid.
So yeah. And
all dreams lately are about groups of people doing things.
Yeah, and even Angel Laurie's was about that. She's given us for today was about that as well. So yeah. Oh, good. Kathleen's on. Hi, Kath.
Hi, Kathleen. Hi, everyone. I have been having the same dreams too. Just very busy people around me, and I'm not doing much. Just watching. I've asked over the years, what is my purpose? Not sure. It's same as sacred quest. But I always get the answer, just to be light to the people around me. I have never been ambitious other than to learn about energy healing. So I think that's my purpose.
That's beautiful. And that's the same as when we talked about the sacred quest, Kathleen, because sometimes people go, what's my purpose? And they think I've got to be a teacher, or I've got to be this, or I've got to do this. Whereas a sacred quest, your soul's sacred quest, can be simply about being, and exactly what you've just said there, to be the light.
And of course, what did I pick, Marie, out of my lovely deck? Sorry, it's just, might have to take off this thing. This one is the light bearer.
The light bearer was the card that came up as confirmation for you, right?
Yeah.
So Kathleen, you and Nick, as always, in sync. So,
exactly.
I'm just pulling some cards around this, and especially, Nick, with what you were talking about. Oh, they're really strong today. Wow. Okay, just get the one that's really standing out in there. You, yeah, interesting. So interestingly enough, the Devil card came up first. So to me, what this is about us being able to drop in, to be able to work with our shadow side, to bring up what blocks or whatever it is that we are here to clear as well. So that's a really important aspect of living in a duality. We have to honor, acknowledge, and own this aspect of us, or we don't get anywhere. And then we got an absolute yes confirmation on that. So that mindset of, yep, it's okay. I'm not going to judge that I've got this duality. And then the judgment day. So this is what helps us to rise up, to learn. So these three cards came out from what you were saying, which just makes so much sense to me. It's owning both sides of us, not just the light. We had to have done our inner work. Look at that beautiful Temperance card. We had to have done our inner work before we could really assimilate and own and remember this light and this frequency.
Exactly. And I think I think we all feel that there's something we're experiencing right here and now, even though we may not have the full memory for it yet, but we definitely know we've got a purpose in terms of our quest. But I do feel that there's something else about our mission as well that is coming, that is beyond this. So that's to come. So our focus now is not just ignoring what has come in the past. Look at it, use the strength that we get from it, the learning and the wisdom and the knowledge, and then that's where we bounce back into the light again. Always knowing how to bounce back into, trying that whole raising of the frequency, to me, is the thing that's so important right now. And that's why I'm trying to have a bit more fun in my life, not take things so seriously, because perhaps that was the darkness that was in me as well, always having to be serious about things. And, now I just think, oh, well, whatever.
That's it. And I think it's not just an age thing, because I'm in that space as well, where it's like, it's like I don't care anymore about all of that stupidity that we used to have to run by. And now it's like, whatever, it doesn't matter, it's okay. So and Tanya's on. Hi, gorgeous. Tanya looked after Clive on the weekend when I was away, so thank you so much. He's always so happy when I get back, and she's been looking after him. He only gave me one meow, which means he's not bothered, whereas if I've been out all day or something and he's not happy, he meows and meows. But so I know he's always happy when Tanya looks after him.
He's such a beautiful cat too.
He is beautiful, isn't he?
Yeah.
So, and Angel Laurie, thank you. So I was actually, I don't usually ask this, but I was going to ask this today.
Right.
So
everyone hit the like button, exactly.
And share it with one person. If you think one person might like the way that we all communicate here and we all come together, just share it with one person, because I feel it's time for us to spread our light a little bit more. I think we're definitely a very powerful core group of light beings here, but it'd be really, really nice to just send that out to just even one person. So just share it from the actual YouTube, and they have to go to the live section to get onto it. There's a live part of YouTube. So that'd be awesome. So thank you, Angel Laurie. That's amazing. Okay, so all right, let's go back. Let's start. Let's actually should we do the dream that Angel Laurie's done?
Yeah.
The doozies. And Angel Laurie, sorry if I butchered it, but it was quite long, so I've had to take the crux of it. So all right, here we go.
Okay. Angel Laurie, great to have you here as well. Viewing dream as one-person video player. New workplace with square rooms, white walls and wood floors. I had never worked with these people before, but it was a fun, active workplace. And I knew everyone. One day when I came in, something had changed. All the desks had been moved and I received a ringing in my left ear. I knew to reject this as a negative transmission. 2 guys, one black, one Asian, in black suits were using a vacuum-type machine to suck up metal round spheres with spikes on them. A sense of foreboding came over me, so I moved to another room where I found personal items, car keys, wallets from people I knew. I grabbed a couple as evidence, but then all the hairs on my body stood up as I knew there was the presence of evil close by. I didn't have my handbag with me, so I couldn't use my holy oil. Then I woke up.
And I'll just pop Angel Laurie's comment up for us.
She said that I felt it's another, like you said, social consciousness dream and have been on a vacation this week. So could it be going back to work on Monday or a warning for us?
Interesting. So if anyone has got any little knowings or ideas or whatever through that, just pop it up. Yeah, Angel Laurie, it was long. I did a good job, didn't I, Angel Laurie, getting that down? It's a talent.
It is.
But I love that you bothered to write it all. I think I was very, very impressed. So if we go back to the beginning of it, it's a new workplace. So Angel Laurie, I feel that, and it's white. So to me, straight away, it's almost like you're going into this new place where you're working internally from, is what I'm getting. And you didn't know the people, but when you were there, you felt like you knew them all, which is really interesting. So, yeah, what are you getting there, Nick?
Well, I mean, even the first tip for me was the one-person video player.
Yeah.
Which says to me, you're playing your own game.
Yeah.
You know, even though we know that we're in this hologram game of life that we've created for ourselves, if it's just a one person, it feels like it really is about you doing some inner work here. Yeah. And the building is your vessel as well.
And so it's big and it's square and it's white and it's light and there's lots of fun events going on. Yeah, I agree. And, you know, and the fact that also the words Angel Laurie used were avatar, so that watching, knowing we're in a suit, we are like we can jump into different suits, you know, as well. So, but then this bit was interesting as well. So the fact that all the desks have been moved, so the workstations had been changed position. So it wasn't how you knew it. So you're helping to create something to change up.
Yeah, shifting.
Shifting. So, and what are you getting about the left ear and Angel Laurie perceiving that as a negative transmission? And I mean, this is the thing, we all have our own understandings of what's right for us when we get things. So, yeah, what were your thoughts, Nick, on getting that energetic?
Well, actually, Saturday here about 8 a.m. in the morning, I was awake and I got a massive hit of ringing in my ear again. And it is one of my skills and hidden talents that I have. I'm sure I can pick up the Schumann resonance. I've been doing it for a long time. And I thought, something is shifting again. Something is happening out there. We're getting hit with more light codes really strong. The thing is, I just pick up on the frequency. That's how I see it. And so I don't actually think it's a negative transmission. I think you can put onto that whatever you want. So I choose what my inner knowing says to me. The left ear, of course, it's your feminine side as well. It's like you're getting a message through that ear. Perhaps some balance maybe is needing to come back. And I'm seeing when you said the two come in as well, which is that balance. So perhaps that's what you're doing, is shifting this. It's like what you said before with that, was it the devil card that Marie you pulled up?
Yeah.
You know, we're still having to go in and tap into that side of ourselves in order to bring that lighter side in. So I wouldn't necessarily feel, I don't get any negativity myself personally when I feel into this for you at all.
Yeah.
At all. So, I just think that maybe flip it. Maybe this dream is teaching you that. Yeah. And it says the one Asian in black suits was using a vacuum type machine to suck up metal round spheres with spikes on them.
So if we're going to look at like something round with those spikes on it, automatically you'd think, oh, that doesn't feel good, or that's not something that's great. So, but something's been vacuumed up. So when we're vacuuming something up, we're cleaning it. We're actually clearing it. So, and Angel Laurie, I'm just getting a little bit of a download for you as well here. When you said, is this something that we need to warm consciousness of? I think it's the work we're doing that's actually helping consciousness. So it's actually allowing, so it's clearing up a space for people. And you know, that could be aspects of yourself that with the people that went missing and you had their car keys or wallets or whatever, that's the luggage, the baggage they've left behind that, you know, that we don't need sometimes. So yeah, so that was what was coming through for me with this just then. But if anyone's got any other ideas, but the cards I pulled, it's the actual, I'll just pop that away so that we've got a bit more room to see it. So now this is the 10 of Cups. Now to me, this is a really beautiful emotional card. It's like hitting that fulfillment in life that we need. You know, that you've got your family or your people around you there that you love, that make you feel like you're at home. Some people say this can be an illusion of our emotions, but I don't. I always see this as a beautiful card. And then we have the 7 of Pentacles. So this is when we've planted seeds and we're just waiting for things to come up and grow. And the 9 of Pentacles, this is the uniqueness. This is your uniqueness. This is your abundance. This is how you express. This is who you are, which is, I always see this card as being extremely unique and powerful. So I feel this is something that's happening for you as well. So this is your beautiful clearing, your new whiteness, your whatever, but there's still stuff that we will be working with. And yeah, I believe that we're working with this in a way that's going to help consciousness for everybody. So yeah, I'll just.
It might seem like a dark dream, and you said that feeling that came upon you with that. I actually feel that that's it's not necessarily anything bad to see. It's like we have to see it. We have to see it. You know, even King Arthur did things. He killed people, but while he was trying to bring in this harmony. So where does that fit in with it all? So in a way, we have to. We've just had to experience what we had to experience in order to get to where we're getting to. So I think you're on the path, Angel Laurie. I really do. And I loved how you did shift into another room. It's like you went, you know what? I don't need to stay here anymore. I can move across. But you still were holding on to that little bit, which is the car keys and all of that. The handbag came up, which is that you're still working through that. And aren't we all?
Yeah. And I like Angel Laurie's what she said here. So I've been thinking about these guys clearing up the spheres, and they looked like MIB, and the suction was the universe correcting something. It's beautiful.
Yes.
Kathleen, there it is. I missed it. So Kathleen thought of the MIB guys too, and I love that. This is why it's so good for us to all just put in our little ideas, because there's a synchronistic knowing that then comes through with it. So. Because, of course, we know we've all got our own messages and symbols and archetypes that our deep subconscious or divine self can work with through dreams. But I love it when people start to really, start to tune in as well. So.
And you've recognised it. And once you recognise it and you bring your awareness to it, you don't actually have to delve too much deeper. It'll come up again if it needs to. Yeah, and it's like that, like you said, vacuum cleaning it out. I just throw it back to where it came from. I throw it back to source to be dissolved back into the light. So a vacuum cleaner can do the same thing.
Yeah. Yeah. So, and Kathleen's looked something else up for us as well. Do you know
the dream book says left side is intellectual or rational side, and the left hand is the receiving hand. That's right.
Yeah. Yeah, correct. Because it swaps over, the brain swaps over. Yeah. So, and in one of the books, Clive's lying on my dream book, of course. One of the books that we recommend, if you haven't seen it before, is the Betty Bethard's dream book. This is, to me, just some of the simplest. Gives us a little bit of an idea about some different messages if we don't have our own wisdom yet around that. So, okay, so let's look at that. So thank you, Angel Laurie, for sending that in. And it's great because it sort of resonates with what we're talking about with this consciousness flow and with us increasing frequency, which then also adds into this group, I'm not going to say global, into this earth consciousness.
Yeah. Exactly.
It's funny, isn't it? I can't do it anymore. I'm like,
I
I
know.
can't do it anymore. I know. Oh, but Christine's had a beautiful
I actually had a massive dream a few days ago that was totally weird, all over the place and discombobulated. I do not know.
no, she does know.
Oh, sorry. I do know there was a lot of water and boats, mainly speedboats, but all different times and places. I was unhooking a trailer with a boat on it at one point. Most of my family members were in the dream at some point, not all together. Does it mean I'm flowing fast, moving forward? I'm missing family.
Yeah, because you've got your kids down south. So, well, a
Yeah.
boat is it's an emotional. It's a potential for huge emotions. I'm just going to look up see if there's anything else that jumps out from the book as well. Gosh, it's raining cats and dogs here.
Mm.
Boat. Yeah, your emotional self. If at the helm, you're in control. If your boat is drifting, you are not in charge of your emotions. If sinking, you're allowing emotions to pull you under. So through self-examination, making positive choices, you can change negative emotional trips. But if you're moving, if you're moving forward, if that was what your book was,
And the
are you
speedboat. The
Yes,
speedboats, mostly speedboats.
yeah, yeah. So yeah, so I feel, and it could be. I mean, Christine, you're really tapped in, so you'll know if that's you're missing your kids or you're missing your family. Maybe also, I don't know if you telepathize with them or if you actually connect in and just send love and light to them. I'm sure you do, but I've got a feeling they could be missing you. So because I don't think you realize how stabilizing you probably are for them. So yeah, so I feel that you're tapping into their missing of you as well. So yeah, but yeah, your boat's definitely, emotional. Yeah.
Yeah. The unhooking of the trailer is interesting because it's like you are letting go of some emotional stuff there.
Thank you. Yeah, I thought I read
Mm,
that. I couldn't find it then. So yeah,
mm,
but it's but definitely, you are the driver of your emotional boat. So unhooking it could be knowing that maybe all of this emotional aspect is not just yours. So
yeah.
that I do a little bit of a meditation on that, Christine, and just and let us know how you go with that, and if anything else comes through for you. So
Mm.
yeah. Oh, Elisa's on. Hey, gorgeous. She's
Oh,
trying
Lisa.
windows. So
Oh, I wanted to let you know that since I got back, all of my dreams have been in Australia. I don't remember them, but I know it's Australia.
that's
Oh,
nice. Actually,
everybody leaves their heart here.
yeah, you did. And it's funny because I was going to send you a really funny clip today of a kangaroo that was at this, not where we went to see the animals, but somewhere else. But it was decided it didn't particularly like this woman. So it started like boxing and stuff. Two guys stepped in and then it just kept going at them. It was so funny. I thought, I really should be sending this to Elisa. I will send it, I think, if I can find it again. It was pretty funny. So yeah. So that's great you're on. And that's so interesting that you're dreaming of Australia. You must be still have a connection. You've obviously something is, to me, I would say that you've been activated by being here, which is what happens. Our whole template can be activated by the grid line. And we did do the gridding in. So I remember I said to Elisa when I first went to the US, and I was in San Diego and I was walking around and people would stop me and say, I hope you're having a great holiday. Or I'd be sitting down having a coffee and a guy would come up and go, oh, there's a great blues band on tonight. You should see that before you leave from your holiday. And I'm going, what is going on? Have I got like tourist tattooed on my forehead? Are my clothes that different? It was because I hadn't gridded into the energetic flow of that area and of that part of the world because I hadn't been there in this lifetime.
Yeah.
And as soon as I did that, as soon as I got that message, the next day it was like I was just a normal everyday person walking around. It was fabulous. So I got Elisa to do that when she was here. So
Right.
Elisa, you're hooked in now, honey.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. Definitely hooked in. And because Lisa, you were doing so many things that are connected to the earth as well. The animals and the water and having that also an intimate group of people that you've met as well that connected here. You had like an express pass.
True.
You
Yeah.
know?
and the nature walk, the beautiful forest walk, connecting into those ancient trees, just, you know, we got to do quite a lot. It was great.
You did.
Yeah. So that's awesome. And Christine has replied too.
Oh, wow, thanks. Yep, tears here. That hit a point. Yeah.
So so just know it's not all your emotion, but you can let it go as well. It's their learning. By disconnecting the boat from the car, you can let go of the emotions that aren't yours. Yeah. So
yeah, I've got to say, I've had a few now that reminds me. I've had a few moments during the week where I've just had this overwhelming feeling of emotion, just for a short, maybe 5 seconds, and tears, and then
same. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I've been getting that now for probably close to a month. And I'll go, it's actually been a little bit less in the last week than what it has been. So it's just clearing and purifying our emotional body, and it releases pain that is caught somewhere. It could be from lineage, other lifetimes, our journey. It doesn't matter, but it's just fantastic. I think that it's doing these automatic little press releases so that, you know, you don't overflow. I'm actually like, oh, that's good. That's released. It's really beautiful. So Angel Laurie's also pops up with that.
Oh, the water is spiritual connection, and the boat is connecting, and unhooking is a temporary break in connection to improve something.
Yeah, beautiful. And it could be just improving, or not improving, but even expanding your own consciousness, because now your kids are a little bit older, Christine, you know, is it time for you to say, well, you have to push the little bird out of the nest even consciously, so that they then can start to find their own way on that consciousness level? To know, just a thought. Because I think as parents, we're never given permission to be able to say, well, it's time now for this child of mine to actually grow up and to be fully self-sufficient. Of course, my heart's always open to them. I'm always going to love them. And I mean, I haven't had children myself per se, but I've worked with a lot of people that have. And I remember one of the ladies years ago I did a healing with, and I said to her at the end, you know, they say that when a child hits 22 even, that's when our whole spiritual soul agreement with them is finished. And the minute she heard that, because the child was 22 and going to live in another country, she went, oh, thank God. She said, that's all I needed to hear. It was like giving her permission. You've done your job. Of course you're going to love them. But you have to let go at some level. So I don't know, maybe it's Christine that's coming into that for you.
Yeah, I wonder what this will be like in the new earth, that relationship. You know, we'll still have that loving relationship, but will we have all the guilt and the shame and the negativity that comes with being a parent and letting go? And because when we do that, you know, as we've all experienced in our own lives, once you let go of children, and I'm the same with me, I haven't got children in this lifetime.
There's so many people.
I know. It's almost like I cleared that karma.
Really?
But I work with them, so they're still around me.
Well, I was a midwife, so it's really interesting, isn't it?
I know, but you get to detach.
Yeah.
And perhaps that's what, for me, is the experience I needed to have, was that detachment. And doesn't mean I don't care and I don't love. It's just knowing that I can actually step into my true self and still be side by side supporting. So it's an interesting, it's going to be interesting dynamics that we step into. You know, we're just at the infancy of it, really, aren't we?
And I find it intriguing that souls are choosing older parents now, like, so that, you know, they might only have parents in their lifetime for around 30 years. Whereas before you'd have your parents in your lifetime for anything up to 50 years, because, you know, you'd get really young. People would be pregnant back when I was a midwife, quite young. Like a 35-year-old was someone that was an older person having a baby, whereas now that's quite young to have a baby. So it's really interesting, isn't it?
Yeah.
The shift. But Kathleen's also
getting hit with emotions too, but very short. Yeah, like 20 seconds. Also a very strong smell of roses. 2 to 3 times this week, and no flowers around.
Okay, so Kathleen,
that's interesting when you get those smells.
What to you, Kathleen, does the rose represent? So, you know, when you're having that smell, or you're connecting into that rose energy, I want you to put up for us what it actually represents for you, because it's really interesting what's been coming through. And I'm not going to say anything until I actually to get your feedback on that, because I think
Mm.
that's really important. So, but yeah, it's the most amazing feeling, and for me, it feels like my heart releases when I have that little emotional
Mm.
sort of interlude. And it may not be much that's triggered it at all. I could be, yeah, crazy. It's crazy. So, oh, Kathleen B. Okay, angels.
Written angels.
Beautiful, beautiful. And it's interesting because for me, that rose smell as well is also the Magdalene, the beautiful feminine divine presence as
Yeah.
well. So, it's so really similar to that angelic feeling, but it's definitely helping us to go into that deeper aspect of our heart, the deeper chambers. So, yeah, and I love my beautiful friend Tanya brought me back some pure rose oil essence, and wear it,
Mm.
and it's just lovely. You can just
Mm.
feel the vibration of it. So
Yeah.
yeah, so Kathleen, it also could be more of an activation of that beautiful divine feminine within you. So that could be something that you want to sit with and actually meditate with and see what comes through for you. So
Yeah, that rose line is quite beautiful. And when you smell the rose, it's so unique. It's if you want to feel good instantly, smell a rose.
yeah, yeah, exactly. So, and an angel, yeah, Laurie, it's one of the most beautiful high frequency oils. Like with frankincense, I feels up there as well. But
Mhm.
but it can be another loved one on the other side. And I know, Kathleen, you're really tuned into your loved ones, so you usually probably know the difference between them. But yeah, they use sense, they can use you know, emotions, whatever, to connect with us. So
Mm.
it was interesting. I was just for a few days, I was really missing my friend Jane that passed away not long ago, because we used to do cards together. Like, it was just amazing. We've been doing that for 15 years. So I really missed her and what we used to do together. And it was so funny because I had my other friend Zand here. She'd stayed the night. We'd had a lovely time, and we were doing cards in the morning, and all of a sudden I felt my friend Jane next to me. I went, she's here to play cards with us. It was so cool. And it was beautiful because then 3 cards dropped out, and that's the only way she ever would pick her cards, is if they dropped out or fell out. And they never do for me. And I went, this is Jane giving us a message. And so it was really beautiful. So, yeah, it's and it was so nice. It was like, that's making me feel so much better, just having that
Yeah,
beautiful interaction with her.
yeah.
So yeah, and Zan knows her as well. So it was so perfect. It was just perfect.
Mm.
So yeah. So yeah, so look, yeah, guys, pop in your dreams or pop in your synchronistic events that have been happening for you, or anything that you've been noticing. And yeah, we can have a look at it all. So
Yes, there's certainly, I think, a lot of presence of family, soul family that we've had here in this lifetime around us that have passed over. They're showing themselves in a lot of ways. My mother's the same. She's a snake, a carpet snake, and we've had 2 in the last 2 days just casually go across our lawn and just hang around, and you literally just step on them. They don't mind. They're so
yeah.
beautiful, and I thought, I think that's my mother.
Don't you? It's just like you get this sudden little, yeah, right, of course. Okay,
Yeah.
yeah,
And so, as
absolutely.
Angel Laurie says here, my mum used a red cardinal to send me love from spirit. That's right.
That's beautiful. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so lovely, isn't it? I just feel so sad for people that don't have the knowing or understanding that we don't
Mm,
die when we
mm,
leave, and we can still communicate with
mm,
loved ones, because I just think that would be so hard to just think, they're just gone and that's it.
mm.
I don't think I'd like that. So,
It takes away the fear of death that was sold to us, for starters.
yeah,
And then
that's
you
right.
realise this is actually quite magical. I can have all sorts of people around me at any one point. I may not see them just yet, but I know they're there.
Yes. Yeah.
And they're there
Totally.
to help.
Totally. So, and they want to interact with us as much as we do. So, I love that. Yeah, Kathleen, yeah, so I know you're really connected in.
I used to smell my grandmother's perfume a day or 2 before the news would filter through the family grapevine that a relative had died. This happened at least 8 times, so I'd say, "Okay, that's grandma." Yeah.
Grandma, yeah, that's beautiful.
Mm,
Exactly, it's, and, they know who we are and how we'll respond, and then they have to also learn how to work with that energy from where they are to this plane. So that can sort
Yeah.
of practice. So
Yeah,
it's great is
that's right.
got that smell sorted out for you. Oh, how beautiful. I just pulled a card for everyone for the week for the energies, and it came up with Gaia. This is the turtle, and it's the Gaia card, because remember the story with the turtle is that the earth was actually, the turtle holds the earth on her back. And so the turtle, of course, goes in water, which is our emotional body, on land as well, so we can be
Mm.
grounded and connected. And they're just so beautiful. I don't know about you guys, but I've done a lot of diving and snorkeling, and it's magical when you can swim next to a turtle. It is just magical. So yeah. So is there anything standing out that you can see in there, Nick?
Oh, it's those beautiful colours, and I love it at the moment. Particularly, I see that emerald green colour coming through,
Yes.
and I think we're activating something within us that's connected to that emerald green, and the blue, the spirituality, and that white, that pureness of light that is coming through. And then there's also those little touches of gold throughout it as well. It's
Beautiful.
certainly, to me, yes, Mother Earth. And interesting enough is that whole feeling that you get. I mean, turtles are just such ancient creatures as well, and they come with this incredible wisdom, and they're so graceful. They're not aggressive. They're just. It's like they say that the whales are the human version, the aquatic version of humans. And to me, the turtles are like they cross both water and earth, so they carry this incredible ability to ground us at the same time and connect us back to our spirit selves. So yeah, I love that card, Marie. I
Yeah, I
love
love it too. And the green, you're right. And that's the deep heart. This is that
it.
deeper chambers of the heart. Emerald green is beautiful. If you find you've got heartache around something, I usually just like imagine myself standing in front of myself. I touch, twist, and open, and then I just put
Mm.
emerald green ray into my heart space, and that can really help to release if you've got pain that's sort of in your actual heart space. So
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
and Christine, yeah,
It's
absolutely. Is that
the
the OM
Om symbol in the
is
background. Oh, yes, it is
yeah,
too.
it's
Yeah.
spot on. And again, it's just bringing our attention to Earth and the changes she's going through and her purification as well. So there's a lot of natural Earth stuff going on at the moment.
Yeah. And that's a
So
good point, Marie, about the emerald and releasing.
yeah,
There's probably going to be some more heartache coming for people.
yeah,
And we can't go through their journey for them personally, but what we can do is, because we will pick up on that, is to do the same, is to release it. Yeah.
yeah, absolutely. And you can ask people if they would like to learn something. Give me something that's simple. You can show people, and it just gives them
Mhm.
something tangible to work
Yes.
with or to help their heart. So,
Yeah.
if they're in pain. So I'm just going to look up turtle to see if anything's still. Yeah, so turtle is you could need to slow down, ground yourself, connect to the earth, and create inner harmony. You could need to embrace compassion or protect yourself from hurt, envy, or jealousy. You might need a safe space to think so you can take action that brings about a sense of completion. So turtle also awakens latent clairsentience, which is inner knowing, and creates growth processes through which you can manifest newfound wisdom. Well, isn't this interesting with all the
Mm.
brain rewiring we were talking about and
Yeah. Yeah.
bringing through something? If you're an alternative healer, turtle not only enhances your clairsentience, but also your natural ability to tune into the body more effectively. By developing this newfound gift, you will be able to trust your intuition and feel energetic imbalances and blocks within the body.
Mhm.
It is by developing your energetic healing skills that you will be able to filter healing vibrations from Gaia's consciousness and the earth into the body, creating a more effective healing impact. And so you become more powerful medical intuitives. So, from what I'm getting from that too, and I was going to say this, and it has just reminded me. Sometimes I'll just get that hit. Oh, I just need some energy of some sort, and I can't. I'm not finding it within my food or minerals or anything. So I tune into Gaia. I tune into the earth. And I just ask through my divine self, I ask Gaia for any minerals, any prana, any energy that is needed within this being. And I'm open to receiving that. Thank you. and I can actually feel it. It's almost like she knows us so well that we can actually get the minerals or anything that we need to help us to actually come back into balance. So that's a really beautiful one for you to do as well.
Excellent. That's wonderful, Marie, to know that. Because
Mm.
last night I've spent the whole day yesterday out in the garden because I knew it was going to start pouring with rain, same as you getting. And so I just went hard in the garden all day. And I always know that when I'm in the garden, I actually don't have to eat at all. Water, and that's it. And I did stop at one point in the thick of all the trees and things, and I thought, oh, I could just breathe the air and that'll make me feel good, you know. And I was obviously grounding with it. But when I came back into the house when it started raining later in the afternoon, I did feel like out of sorts all of a sudden. It was like I had to come inside four walls and my body had to adjust to that. And I didn't feel 100%. And I'm thinking, oh, what should I eat? Should I eat something? I don't know what's going to make me feel good. And I was exactly what you just said then. And I just took myself back to visualizing how good I felt when I was outside among the trees around the forest. And I thought, yeah, and so it's so true, isn't it? And that's, you know, the ancient civilizations, that's how they got their nourishment.
Yeah, exactly. So, through the etheric. Yeah, which is beautiful. So I know, and sometimes we're just doing it subconsciously, but when we do it consciously, it's becomes so much more powerful. That's what I find. So love it. So
Angela says, oh, have you ladies heard about the gigantic emerald crystals from Atlantis being within Gaia?
Interesting, isn't it? Yeah, I haven't. I have the emerald. Are you not talking about the emerald tablets of Thoth? These are actually
what I'm thinking. Yeah.
Well, I mean, you know, within the earth, there's crystals that haven't even come through yet that, you know, are probably within her. So I wouldn't be surprised if there were gigantic emerald crystals, you know, somewhere within whether it's a realm or whether it's within the physicality of Earth.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, absolutely.
With that,
I think we'll be seeing a lot more of this stuff emerging as our frequency raises.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah. Marie, just on that side note about Gaia and the turtle, is that when I pulled that light bearer card out, I had to look what was on the bottom of the deck. You know, you just get that sort of
feeling you want to do it.
It was Mother, and that's all about the meaning of this card is actually all about Mother Earth.
Wow.
And like our mother is the one that's you know, it gives us that beautiful hug of comfort and love, and is here to support us as well. So going out into that environment and being with her is us going back into like the womb almost, you know, because it's equally a part of us.
Yeah, and
we're not separate from it.
No, absolutely not. And it's so interesting because I had this beautiful friend that lived in New Zealand, and we did like a bit of a Zoom, just did something for each other through Zoom one day. And I mean, I've connected into Gaia before and Earth, but it was obviously the right time. What she took me through with this sort of meditation, oh my gosh, I've never experienced anything like it. Gaia came through, and she was absolutely stunning and beautiful. But I just felt this connection with her through my eyes, through my heart. It was a whole nother level, and I've never forgotten it. Like, I have a real passion for this earth, but this was just something incredible. And even my friend said, wow, you had this incredible connection with Gaia. I went, yeah, I did. She'd felt it. And so I was actually wondering, maybe for next week, we could have an intention with our dreams, see what people think about that connection in with Gaia, with our Mother Earth. See if what comes through our dreams with it. So, you know, because we are connected into this consciousness, this, you know, group consciousness, and we're connected into Mother Earth. So maybe that's something, you know, if we could put that one down as an intention for next week and see what comes up. So I think it seems to be quite relevant with what's come up today, doesn't it, with everything? So, yeah. Oh, okay. So, okay.
Kathleen B says, Ed Casey talked about giant crystals planted in the earth from Atlantis, but I don't know if these were emeralds.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Thank you for that. It's funny because I was just listening to something from Edgar Cayce the other day, and I was intrigued. I didn't really know his story, and they were talking about what happened to him and how he came into being how he was, and I was like, wow, it was pretty fascinating. So
because I'm aware of the emerald ray,
Yes.
and I do feel the crystal's going to have an important role for us. I mean, I'm always drawn to them. You know, you can never be around enough of them, but I just feel like that they're an amplification for us.
Yes.
So even just tapping into what is in there for us, you know, like tapping into our inner earth, and I'm sure it's going to benefit us physically.
Well, we are becoming more crystalline, so of course we're going to resonate more with, you know, that pure form of crystal.
Yeah,
So,
exactly. Sat in my backyard and asked if there was anything I needed to know. My woodchuck, Bob, came walking through and heard him say, just watch, no judgment, no fear, watch. I said, thanks. I love that.
I know, and Lady Hook, yeah, you're right. So we did talk about talking to animals a few weeks ago and the telepathic aspect. So because, with the crows, you know, they were being noisy. But so, if anyone else has had any other animal interactions, like with telepathic or whatever, just and let us know. So thank you for sharing that. That's awesome.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
yes, I just forgot to say.
Okay, let's just see it. Tune in about Jasper. So the energy this week coming. Okay, Jasper. Okay, what are you going to show us today? That's interesting. So what he's showing me, it's like right around the earth plane. He's showing me this, how we might envisage a, here we go, my brain's not finding the word again. Like the satellite, those satellite discs, he's showing me that all the way around. So it's almost like there's going to be something incoming for us through the week that's deliberately being focused on Earth. He's going, yeah. So there's definitely going to be something coming in. I'll just ask him if he can give me any more. And he's showing me the sun. And so to me, this is the great central sun that comes through the sun. There's going to be obviously a lot of frequency that's going to be captured or brought through deliberately to our Earth atmosphere energy through us, through Gaia. And it was interesting because the other day when I was doing my sunning of my eyes, I was doing it, and then all of a sudden it just got so powerful. I was going, well, something just shifted and changed. So I sort of had a look, and the sun itself hadn't changed, but it was just hot and it was beautiful and orange and yellow, then all the blues were coming through. But I felt, because I deliberately connected into the great central sun through the sun. So that's something else to be aware of as well. It's not just the sun that we see. There is a portal there, and it's connected into this frequency, amazing great central sun. So, and I could feel the difference. So that's obviously going to be impacting people this week. So just know that and be aware of light body symptoms or whatever. But yeah, it looked like it was definitely bringing something in more with this satellite that he showed me that was sort of around everything. So that's what Jasper had up his sleeve for today.
There's so much, isn't there? There's so much in all of that. It's just, I mean, it's probably good that we don't know.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we'd be always anticipating. And I mean, as it is, we always want to know. But if we did know, we'd still be anticipating how it would feel and what it would look like. And so it's probably best that we don't. And we just.
And he nearly said that to me when I was asking for more. I was getting, you just know that there's something coming in. But then he did show me. And I think it's because I just experienced that a few days ago as well, with that increase in frequency coming through. So, thank you, Jasper. So, well, I don't know. I think that might be it for today. But yeah, so guys, look, have the intention of really connecting into Gaia, to that beautiful divine feminine presence within her, and let's see what that evolves for us through the week, especially with these beautiful frequencies coming in. So
yeah, I think it's going to be special. I think we're in for a special few weeks here. Once we step through that Lionsgate portal, we agreed in a way to be ready for the change that was inevitable, and it's the first time it's happened to this high level of frequency. So anything can happen, and the more that we hold hands and support each other through it, it ripples out to everybody else too, which is really what we're here for.
Yeah, it's great. Yeah, like you said. Yeah, so thank you for all being here. We love you. And thanks, Nick. And we will
Thanks,
see you
Marie.
next week.
Yeah, love to everybody. Bye.
Bye.